A $300,000 actress and a near-billionaire starred in the same show. Here's every Seinfeld cast member ranked by net worth. Seinfeld ran 9 seasons, aired its finale to 76 million viewers, and has generated over $5 billion in syndication revenue since going off air. That money didn't go equally to everyone, not even close. Today we rank all 20 cast members, 14 living, 6 who have passed, from the smallest paycheck to the biggest fortune in television history. We start at the bottom. Number 20, HEIDISWEDBERG. Net worth, $300,000. Character, Susan Ross, George's fiancée. You remember Susan, sweet, patient, tragically killed by toxic envelope glue on cheap wedding invitations George picked. Heidi Sweetberg played her for 4 seasons, and when the role ended, so did her Hollywood career. She walked away from acting entirely, formed a jazz band called Heidi Sweetberg and the Suki Jump Band, and has been performing at small venues ever since. $300,000. She earned that from one of the most-watched shows in television history. That number sets the floor for this list. Number 19, Larry Thomas. Net worth, $800,000. Character, Yev Kassem, the Soup Nazi. 1 episode, 1 catchphrase, 1 Emmy nomination. Larry Thomas appeared in a single major episode of Seinfeld, The Soup Nazi, November 1995, and it permanently embedded him in pop culture. He still earns roughly $3,000 a year from that 1 episode in syndication royalties. Not life-changing money, but proof that one perfect performance echoes forever. His total net worth, $800,000. Number 18, IANABRCROMBA. Estate, approximately $1.5 million. Character, Mr. Pitt, Elaine's impossibly refined boss. Ian Abercrombie was a British character actor who brought a magnificent strangeness to Elaine's world. Off-screen, he voiced Chancellor Palpatine in Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and played Alfred Pennyworth in Birds of Prey. He died of kidney failure in Los Angeles in 2012. His estate, approximately $1.5 million. Number 17, Len Lesser. Estate, approximately $2 million. Character, Uncle Leo, Jerry's enthusiastically irritating uncle. Len Lesser worked for over 60 years in film and television. He was a World War II veteran, served in the China-Burma-India theater, and somehow turned that life experience into one of Seinfeld's most reliably funny supporting roles. He died in 2011 at age 88, leaving an estate worth around $2 million. Number 16, Barney Martin. Estate, approximately $2 million. Character, Morty Seinfeld, Jerry's dad. Before Barney Martin became a professional warrior on Seinfeld, he was an actual New York City detective for 20 years. He also originated the role of Amos Hart, Mr. Cellophane, in the original 1976 Broadway production of Chicago. Jerry fans used to stop him on the street to say he reminded them of their own fathers. He died in 2005. Estate, approximately $2 million. Number 15, DANNYWODBURN. Net worth, $2 million. Character, Mickey Abbott, Kramer's little person actor friend. Danny Woodburn appeared in 7 episodes and built a career that lasted well beyond Seinfeld. He's a disability rights advocate, a stand-up comedian, and a member of SAG's Performers with Disabilities Committee. $2 million in the bank, and he earned every cent fighting for more representation in Hollywood than most people bother to think about. Number 14, STEVHYTNER. Net worth, approximately $2 million. Character, Kenny Bania, the comedian nobody wants to eat with. Steve Hittner played the single most annoying character in a show full of annoying people, and that takes real skill. He reprised the role decades later on Curb Your Enthusiasm's Seinfeld reunion episode. A journeyman television actor with a consistent career, his estimated net worth sits around $2 million. Number 13, Phil Morris. Net worth, approximately $3 million. Character, Jackie Chiles, the Johnny Cochran of sitcom lore. Phil Morris created one of the sharpest satire characters in the show's run. He's also the son of Greg Morris from the original Mission: Impossible, and went on to play Martian Manhunter in Smallville. A Hollywood legacy act with genuine talent, just not a massive payday to match it. Number 12, Liz Sheridan. Estate, approximately $3.5 million. Character, Helen Seinfeld, Jerry's mom. Liz Sheridan was the only actor besides the four leads to appear in all 9 seasons of Seinfeld. She also had a secret. She dated James Dean in the early 1950s and later wrote a memoir about it called Dizzy and Jimmy. She died in 2022 at 93. The woman who played Jerry's mother once loved the most iconic rebel in Hollywood history. Number 11, Estelharris. Estate, $5 million. Character, Estelle Costanza, George's mother. Estelle Harris died just 13 days after Liz Sheridan in April 2022. The 2 women who played the Seinfeld mothers gone within 2 weeks of each other. Harris appeared in 27 episodes, earned a legacy that extended far beyond the show, and voiced Mrs. Potato Head in the Toy Story franchise all the way through 2019. Her estate, $5 million. Number 10, Wayne Knight. Net worth, $10 million. Character, Newman, the mailman, the nemesis, the villain of the building. Wayne Knight earned $5,000 per episode when he first joined Seinfeld. By the mid-90s, that climbed to $40,000. His most famous non-Seinfeld credit, Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park, the man who let the dinosaurs out. Steven Spielberg saw him in Basic Instinct and cast him immediately. He was the very first actor hired for Jurassic Park. Net worth, $10 million. Hello, Newman. Number 9, John O'Hurley. Net worth, $12 million. Character, J. Peterman, Elaine's magnificently self-important boss. The real J. Peterman Company went bankrupt in 1999 while Seinfeld was still running. O'Hurley loved the character so much, he invested in the company's revival and joined its board of directors. Art fully became life. He later hosted Family Feud and wrote a New York Times bestseller. $12 million, built 1 episode at a time. Number 8, Jerry Estate, $14 million. Character, Frank Costanza, the man who gave the world Festivus. Jerry Stiller didn't join Seinfeld until season 5, but he left a mark bigger than most actors who were there from the beginning. He served in the U.S. Army Air Force in World War II. He spent decades as half of the comedy duo Stiller and Mira with his wife Ann. His son became Ben Stiller. He gave 9 seasons to the King of Queens after Seinfeld, and he invented Festivus, a holiday people actually celebrate now. Estate, $14 million. Number 7, Patrick Net worth, $20 million. Character, David Puddy, Elaine's on-again, off-again, enthusiastically blank boyfriend. Patrick Warburton built a second career entirely from his voice. He's Joe Swanson on Family Guy, $85,000 per episode for over 20 years. His deep, flat delivery that made Puddy hilarious translates perfectly to animation. $20 million, largely earned by talking into a microphone. Number 6, Michael Richards. Net worth, $30 million. Character, Cosmo Kramer, the greatest physical comedian in sitcom history. 3 Emmy Awards, more than any other cast member. Michael Richards won Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series in 1993, 1994, and 1997. By season 9, he was earning $600,000 per episode, the same as Jason and Julia, but like them, he received no back-end equity, no ownership stake, no piece of the $5 billion the show has generated. His net worth, $30 million, impressive, and also a lesson. Number 5, Bryan Cranston. Net worth, $40 million. Wait, he was on Seinfeld. Character, Tim Whatley, Jerry's dentist, converted to Judaism for the jokes. Bryan Cranston played a recurring character on Seinfeld before most of the world knew his name. Then came Breaking Bad. Walter White, 4 Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor, $225,000 per episode at the peak. One of the most complete career transformations in television history. And before all of it, he voiced the Blue Power Ranger. His actual name in Power Rangers, Billy Cranston, Some coincidences are just too good. Net worth, $40 million. Number 4, Jason Alexander. Net worth, $50 million. Character, George Costanza, the most relatable disaster in sitcom history. Jason Alexander earned $600,000 per episode in Seinfeld's final season. That's roughly $15 million for 1 year of work. But he has openly called it one of the biggest financial regrets of his career, because he and his co-stars were explicitly denied back-end participation in the show's syndication profits. The show has earned $5 billion since it ended. Jason earned standard SAG residuals, not equity. He's called it a chasm between himself and Jerry. $50 million is a remarkable life. It could have been a different number entirely. Number 3, Julia louis-dreyfus. Net worth, $250 million. Character, Elaine Bennis, the sharp, erratic, unforgettable female lead. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has won more Emmy Awards than anyone in the history of American television, 11 total. Her work on Veep alone earned 6 consecutive Outstanding Lead Actress wins. She negotiated the same $600,000 per episode salary as her male co-stars by the end of Seinfeld's run. But here's the part most people don't know. Her wealth doesn't come entirely from acting. Her great-great-grandfather Leopold Louis-Dreyfus founded the Louis-Dreyfus Group in 1851. That company is now a $120 billion annual revenue conglomerate: agriculture, shipping, commodities, finance. Her father, Gerard Louis-Dreyfus, was worth $4 billion at his death. Julia personally says she is not a billionaire, but her family's business empire is worth billions. The gap between Julia and her male co-stars isn't just talent. It's a 175-year-old family fortune running quietly in the background. Net worth, $250 million. Number 2, Larry David. Net worth, $400 million. Character, co-creator, also the voice of George Steinbrenner, also George Costanza's actual soul. Larry David co-created Seinfeld, owned 15% of the show's back-end equity, and earned approximately $250 million in 1998 alone, the year the show first sold into syndication. By any measure, he should be worth more than $400 million. He's not, because of what happened in 2007. His divorce from Laurie David cost him somewhere between $200 and $300 million, $1 of the most expensive celebrity divorces in Hollywood history. He also committed to sharing future Seinfeld syndication royalties with her as part of the settlement. Total earnings from Seinfeld alone, estimated $800 million before the split. He then created Curb Your Enthusiasm and kept building. $400 million is what's left after writing the largest personal check most people can imagine. And somehow, he turned the whole thing into more material. Number 1, Jerry Seinfeld. Net worth, $900 million. Character, Jerry Seinfeld, himself, always himself. Bloomberg reported in 2024 that Jerry Seinfeld crossed the billion-dollar threshold. Most analysts put his net worth at $900 million, close enough that the distinction barely matters. He owns 15% of Seinfeld's back-end equity and has earned approximately $750 million from syndication alone. The Netflix streaming deal in 2019, $500 million. The Hulu deal before that, $180 million. Jerry still tours as a stand-up comedian. He produced the film Unfrosted on Netflix. He has a legendary Porsche collection. He created comedians in cars getting coffee. None of that needed to happen financially. It just happened because he loves the work. Here's the number that puts the whole list in perspective. Jerry Seinfeld's net worth is approximately 3,000 times larger than Heidi Sweetberg's. Both of them starred in the same show, in the same era, and walked out of it into completely different economic realities. The difference isn't talent, isn't fame, isn't even screen time. It's ownership. Jerry and Larry own 15% of the show. Nobody else does. That 15% has been generating income for nearly 30 years and shows no sign of stopping. The show about nothing built a near-billionaire, and everyone else got paid. That's every Seinfeld cast member ranked by net worth in 2026, from Heidi Sweetberg's $300,000 to Jerry Seinfeld's $900 million. If you want more cast rankings like this one, subscribe. We've got more coming.